Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely well. So guys, in today's video we are going to cover about the TCS Elevate Wings 1 registration procedure. So in this video we will be seeing complete details about how to register for it, like the exams that are going to happen in the next month, and what all are the criteria if you have got band C or other bands, whether you are eligible for it or not, which tracks to select, and all of these details. So and I will try to cover as many doubts as possible, but if still you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section and I will clear your doubt related to it. And we have a huge community of TCSers on our channel who will also clear your doubts. So let's start with our today's video, and first of all let's see how can you access this registration. So what I will be doing is I will be leaving the registration link also in the description box. Apart from this, if you want to access this via Ultimatics, what you can do is you can click on Know Me, and once you reach to Know Me, you have to come on this community, that is Elevate Communications. So once you will come, once you reach this community, you will see this announcement from the team, that is Elevate Wings 1 May 2023 assessment mandatory registrations, which means that the registrations are now open for May 2023. Now let's read this registration completely and let's see what all are the things that we need to keep in mind for it before registering for the exam. So dear associates, hope you are all prepared and geared up for the upcoming Wings 1 2023 May assessments. Please take up this mandatory registration survey to register your track preference for the May 2023 assessment. Okay, so we are going to fill this survey. Seats are limited this time. Register at the earliest and grab your seats. Hurry up, please take the survey at the earliest and secure your seat before the seat run out. So you can see that they have clearly mentioned that there are limited seat this time, so try to register as soon as possible. So registration last date is 30th of April and learning completion date is 30th of April. Learning completion means, so there are some courses that you need to complete in order to apply for the tracks. So if you are doing that way, like doing by learning the courses, you have to complete your learning completion before 30th of April. And talking about the unit external certifications, so the closure date for it is 31st of May. Now let's talk about the external certification details. So external certification will be considered only when it comes from your unit TD. Acquired status and acquired date as per the learning cutoff date only will be considered. You need to complete the learning prerequisites in iEvolve for tracks that you register for the survey. In the survey, for details on the learning prerequisites to be completed in iEvolve, please refer to this link. So we have this link, and once you go to this link, you will have complete details that which all tracks you need to complete. Now there are two ways of completing any track. So suppose if you are going via core full stack track, okay, and you are attempting your T1 track, then you have two options. Whether you can, what you can do is you can complete this course, which is a very long course, and complete all the assessments in it, all the learning videos in it. Apart from that, if you do not have much time, but rather you have the knowledge what is required for this certification, for this track, what you can do is you can simply note this ID, curriculum ID, and you can go on iEvolve and self-declare your competency for it. How can you self-declare your competency? Like most of the associates might already have the knowledge how to do it, but for completeness sake, I am mentioning it again. You have to go to iEvolve, then here you will see the competencies tab. Herein you have to select self-declare competencies. Once you select on self-declare competencies, here you will be asked to enter your competency ID. Now here you have to mention the competency ID by looking from here. Okay, so there once you will select, so suppose let me copy this and let me fill this competency ID and let me click on search. So it will show me the competencies over here. So this might be the case because this page doesn't work many times. So once you will do 2 or 3 times, you will be able to see the competency. So if not for this, for other, let's try for this one, articulation, and for articulation let me search for the competency, because this is important, because many of the people do not know how to select the competence, how to self-declare the competency. So guys, for some reason it is not displaying at this time, but it will definitely display if you will do 2 or 3 times, and you will be asked to select the competency like E1 or E2 or E0. So you have to select it accordingly. Okay, now talking about, so once suppose you have self-declared the competencies, now you have to register for it. Okay, so and how to know what all which competency or proficiency level you have to select. So you can see from here, for basic skill track 1 you have to select all these courses, and for that you have you should have the L1 competency. Okay, let's try once again, maybe this works this time. So for that you have to select L1 competency. So you can see here it is displaying the competencies. So up to L1 you have to select. So after selecting L1 you have to click on submit and save and add more. So your this proficiency or your competency will be self declared, and now you don't have to do the course completely. Okay, so this is the procedure for self declaring the competency. Once you have declared all the all the competencies, now let's talk about what all tracks you have to opt for, because this is the main doubt that many of the candidates have. So let's straight away reach out to our form and let's see the details. So first question is, do you wish to take up the Wings 1 May 2023 assessment? So you should definitely select yes. There is no way that you should select no. If you select no, your profile will not be considered. Okay, so the first answer should be yes. Next is, do you have TCS ID card with you? So you should select yes, because TCS ID card is mandatory. If you do not have, please mail it to your HR business partner or your respective HR, and send a mail to them that you need to get your ID card generated. It is a simple one-day task and it will be generated for you within a day. Do you have TCS laptop with you? So if you have, then please select yes, otherwise no, because if you do not have, you will be provided with the system when you reach the venue. Okay, so next is, you have to select the core full stack tag that you would like to appear for. Now core full stack tracks, there are 9 in this, and you have to select 2 out of it. So what you can do is, you can select one here. Now suppose if you have select T1 in the first, then you cannot select T1 in the second, you have to select any other. Okay, so in second you have to select T2 or any other. Now there is also one more criteria, that suppose if you have selected T7 in the first, then you cannot select T7 or T9, any one of them in the second. Okay, so they have mentioned here somewhere in the details. So in the registration survey, please choose any one track out of T7 and T9. You cannot appear for both T7 and T9, else you would not be eligible for both T7 and T9. So you have to take care of this. Apart from that, you can select any others. So make sure, because now many of the associates also have this doubt that I have not prepared for full stack, I am going via this core programming tech method, right? This one, I am going to appear for this, either Python, Java or any other from this. So why should I appear for this? So guys, this is my personal suggestion, that even you are going via this way, there is no harm in selecting these tracks, because these are an additional opportunities given to you. Maybe you might not get a good score in this, but if you will appear for this, and if you select, or if you get a good score in any of these, then your one step will be cleared, right? So it is always good to be on the safer side and select full stack tracks also, even if you have not prepared for them. What you need to do is, you just need to self declare the competency for whichever the track that you are selecting for, and then just appear for the exam. So suppose let's say we have selected these tracks T7 and T2, and okay, so now again one more doubt will come here at this point of time, which 2 tracks are the easiest ones. Now to be really honest, there are no such tracks which there is no such criteria that this one is the easier or this one is the harder, but I have heard from many candidates that T5 and T3 are relatively easier in comparison to others, because these are more generalized, because T5 is based on cloud and T3 is based on machine first and intelligence business automation. So I'm not sure about whether these are actually the easier ones, but I have heard from people, so I'm just mentioning this detail also. Moving on to the next thing, now selecting the non-tech track, which is base skill. So in base skill, you cannot select both the tracks. Okay, so you just have only one option to select only one track, so either base skill 1 or base skill 2. So you can select any business track, business 1 or business 2. So let's suppose if we have selected business track 2, now again we have other non-tech tracks also, like articulation and process. So here also you have this added advantage, that even if you are appearing for business skill 2, you can also select simultaneously at the same time for articulation and process. So again, as I mentioned in the case of core full stack, please make sure that you select these also, because you have an added option given to you that you can appear for these as well. and all these are multiple choice based questions only you are going to get, that is MCQ and MSQ questions. So suppose if 60 questions are there, then 50 will be MCQs and 10 will be around MSQs, that is multiple select questions. Next is you have to select your core programming track, and in that you are having different languages or technologies like mainframe, data warehouse and informatica, data warehouse and Tableau, automation testing and Selenium, Windows 10 admin, Linux admin, SAP ABAP, Oracle PL SQL, Angular, Power Platform, C#, performance testing, Python, Java. So majority of the associates will select either Python or Java, but apart from that, if you have knowledge about any other technology, you can select that too. Now once you have selected this, you might have the question like what will be the syllabus. So in case of Python and Java, you will be having one coding question and around 15 something MCQs you have to appear for. Next is this last option. Now this is for innovator people, so you don't have to select anything from it, and once you have filled all the details according to you have to click on submit. So your details will be submitted. Okay, so this was a complete detail about it. Let's see if we have missed any point. So now talking about the band details, right? So we are at this point. You will be eligible to appear for the proctored assessment upon completing the learning prerequisite I-Evolve on or before 30th of April 2023, provided you have high work performance, that is appraisal band A and B. Now recently, like 2 or 3 days ago, bands are released and many candidates have got C band. Even the deserving candidates also have got C band. No need to worry about it, because this is like a common practice in TCS that happens. Even the deserving candidates get C bands, so this is totally fine. Don't need to get disheartened. And they have also mentioned that anniversary dating 4 or 5 if you are not eligible for anniversary band. So first criteria, if band is band. Okay, so if you have got band, then you have to take care of band. If your band is A and B, then only you are eligible. If you have got band C, then I'm sorry to say you are not eligible. C and D bands are not eligible for this. Okay, and the next thing is, suppose now many candidates who are in their first year, like they have only completed 1 year in the company, they do not have bands as of now. So for them, rating will be given. Now if your rating is 4 or 5, then only you are eligible for the then only you are eligible to apply for it. If your rating is low, then you are not eligible. Okay, so this thing also needs to be noted down. Next is for freshers who do not have appraisal band or anniversary rating, anything. You do not have your appraisal band also and anniversary rating also. Then in that case, only the learning completion will be considered for the proctored assessment eligibility. Now what is learning completion? What is meant by learning completion over here? That is this either you should have declared the self-declared competency, or you should have completed the learning parts of the tracks that you are going to appear for. So these all are the details related to bands. Now it is very clear that if you have C band and your rating is anything, you are not eligible. If you do not have your band and if your rating is below 4, you are not eligible. Now some important points. So this May assessment will be an in-person assessment at your depute location in the system. In case you are reporting to a different location, then your depute location, please get in touch with the supervisor and get the depute location changed in the system before 30th of April. Get your TCS ID card generated as already mentioned. All the hands-on based assessments will take place as TCS office, and all the MCQ based assessments will happen in TCS Ion centers. This thing is to be noted, because this time they have mentioned that all the assessments are going to happen in TCS Ion centers. So all the assessments which are MCQ based, okay, so the chances of like malpractices will be reduced up to a lot of extent. For the assessments happening in TCS office, associates having TCS laptop needs to carry their laptop, and you will be allowed to take the assessments in your laptop only. Otherwise, you will be provided laptop from their side. For the assessments happening in TCS Ion Center, systems will be provided for all the associates. You will not be allowed to carry your laptop. Because there are only a limited number of seats available, please register for the exam as soon as possible. In the registration survey, please choose any one track out of T7 and T9. Already discussed this point. Please note that you will not be allowed to take up any 2 core full stack, any one basic skill track, and any one core programming track as per the you will be allowed to. Please note that you will be allowed to take up any 2 core full stack track. So we have selected 2 core full stack track, any one business skill track, we have selected one business skill track in our survey, and any one core programming track as per the business rules for achieving the milestone. Please check your previous cycles results and do not register for the tracks that you have already cleared. There is no point of attempting for the same track if you have already cleared it, because you can only if you have cleared one track in the first cycle, then you should attempt for any other track in the upcoming cycle. Please fill the innovator coding challenge track preference only if the prerequisites to take up the challenge are met. Okay, so this is for the innovator profile people. Please take time to check your response once before you submit the survey. So this all are the details that you need to fill in, and complete your IVOL prerequisites and register to secure your seat for the May Wings 1 assessment today. Now this survey is like open till 30th of April, so make sure to apply for it, and don't wait for too long, so that because they have clearly mentioned that there are limited number of seats and all these things. So apart from this, there is a SOP link also that you will be getting in the survey itself. This SOP is related to the complete information about the Wings 1, so make sure to check this too to have complete detail about it. Otherwise, we have already discussed all the main points in this video. Apart from this, if you have any more questions, let me know in the comment section, and if just in case if you are visiting the channel first time, make sure to subscribe to the channel. There are a lot of helpful videos on my channel related to Wings 1 on also other topics. Also, there is a complete playlist related to TCS DCA wherein you will get the different coding questions as well as the recording sessions that I have taken related to TCS DCA Python. So with this, we have come to an end of this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and for any queries that are not being answered in the comments, let me know in the direct message or DM section of my Instagram. You can even follow me on Instagram as well. Thanks for watching the video. I will see you in next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.